Hi beautiful people, it's also known as Robin. This is my small crochet business called Sleep Beads Crochet where I make and sell crochet plushies. This is week number 2 and 3 of bee market prepping. That's my puppy Canella back there. She's like a mini black lab. She's a mix. This is where I enjoy sharing my animals. This is my bunny Maui. Maui is just about 4 years old. And this is my chair. It's my gaming chair. When I go to work, he loves to sit in it and rest. This is like his chair. Hi, baby. Sweetest bunny in the entire world. I think he's starting to shed right now because there's that. Let's do a little interview. Maui, what do you want to tell the people? Is there anything you'd like to say? Canella would like to have a word. Yeah? Say, Mom, why are you interviewing the buns? Why aren't you interviewing me? Say, Mom, why are you interviewing the bunnies? This is called bunny chattering. So now that we've met the gang and had a little introduction moment, I'll show you what I was crocheting last night. Let's go check it out. So I'm in a pattern test for Little Lily Bee's shop. She is her name is Brittany. I have done some work with her before. I pattern tested her little Sit Sprite pattern, which is actually sitting on my yarn wall over there, but it is like a Ghibli Studio inspired pattern and it is free on her page. I really love making that one. I've only made one, so I definitely need to make more. I'm in a pattern test for her book bag. She was inspired by, I think it was a fast fashion website. You're going to have to forgive me because I don't remember which one it was, but she was inspired by a fast fashion website. Fast fashion. Oh my gosh. Can you tell I'm like happy to be off from work? And it is a book bag. I have a couple yarns that I was contemplating using, so I'm going to bring out my big acrylic bag just to share with you the yarn I was contemplating using for this project. This is my acrylic yarn. A lot of it's from Hobby Lobby because I thought that their like color changing yarn was really cool. So there is this one and this one that I've already made bags out of. I got this cool blue one and this rainbow one I'm in love with. This is cotton. And I got black. And there's this color. I really like this one too. I made a bag out of this. And this Easygoing is so soft. It's called Easygoing and it's Egyptian sandstone. I thought this was so pretty. And let's see what other colorways. I got this one, which is like a gray kind of neutrals. And I believe that's it. The other colors are just like duplicates. Oh my gosh. Other than the Hobby Lobby yarn, the only other yarn that I had in acrylic was this Big Twist Value. And I originally said when I said that I would pattern test it that I wanted to do like a pink bag and I wanted it to say collector or collection or treasure on it because I was thinking of putting like either plushies or like little treasures in there. But unfortunately, I didn't feel like I had enough of this. This is the only skein I have of this value color. Big Twist is currently nowhere to be found. Although, fun fact, I did hear that Michael's like took on, I know we all saw it like the last day that Joann's was open. I think it'd be fun to film my vlog like next to Maui. Just so you have like entertainment other than me. I don't feel like turning my computer on either, but we're still going to be in the same space. We're just going to be right here with my little bun. I heard that Michael's like bought the patents for some of the Posh yarn, some of the Big Twist brand yarn. Michael's was teasing us and said that they were going to be, you know, carrying that yarn now, but to not get our hopes up because in the past, which I was not aware of, in the past with other yarn companies that have gone out of business, that they have taken over, they've never actually produced any yarn long term. With all that in mind, basically, I was thinking that like any of the Posh yarn that I had, which I sold and I don't really enjoy using, and any of the value yarn that I had, I wanted to use this Easygoing yarn because it was just so soft. So yeah, this is the Yarn Bee Easygoing Egyptian Sand, and already I have used like half the skein, like I can smush it in half. And I have made literally just panel 1, but this is the panel that the letters go on. And in the pattern, she says you can do it like however you want. You can Cricut the letters, you can felt the letters, you can stitch the letters, you can surface crochet the letters. And I'm thinking I'm going to cut them out on my Cricut, which is under my bed. I haven't pulled my Cricut out in months because it's really tedious for me to use. But I do have the Cricut. So I think I'm going to Cricut the letters on here so it looks really nice, but it's such a soft like texture. And I feel like this panel looks really good. I'm getting a lot more confident in like my stitches and my tension on like loose projects, like on chain projects, versus like just a plushie, because literally the entire time I've been crocheting, it's like, it's not like my grandma taught me how to crochet. Like I learned off of YouTube. I was watching like a beginner turtle tutorial, and I just never had the urge or the like itch to make any clothing. I did make like amigurumi and cotton and like acrylic yarn to begin with because I didn't know. I know I've said this before, but like it really ripped my hands up. Like in my hands, for some reason, also I started working with the Yarn Bee has a not a chenille. It's like not chenille yarn. It's so rough. I don't have any of it anymore, but like I made these bunnies. I'll like insert like a picture of the bunnies that I made, but I made these massive Studio Stitch CA bunnies, which like to date are my favorite bunnies, on top of a couple of other bunny patterns. When I made them, like my hands were stuck in like a curled position, and I thought it was like crochet in general. Same thing when I used acrylic and cotton yarn. So like I really never made plushies after like the first like maybe dozen that I made in that kind of yarn. And I never looked back, and I never had the urge to make any functional pieces. I never had the like wish to make any like wearables. I had no urge to make any bags. I did make a couple of like notebook bags for like my market because I saw this like tulip pattern. I have a couple of videos. I was just scrolling through like my TikTok, and I realized that like January of 2024, so a year ago, I was like posting videos of the bags that I was making, but it never went beyond that, and I never really worked on my chain work or my tension or like more stitches than just single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, triple crochet. And so like learning new techniques and working in chains and doing different things and like following chain directions is much different than like plushie directions. I've been really proud of myself for like starting this journey, and every bag that I've made, none of them are finished. None of them are finished, you guys. I just can't get myself to finish like the strap cord. So like y'all gotta pray for me because this is a pattern test and I have to finish it. I have like a week to go, and you're probably thinking, Robin, you have a market, you're market prepping, why are you pattern testing? Because I saw this bag and it was just too cute, and I really do love working with Brittany. So I was like, I'll test the bag for you. It is cute. But yeah, originally I was going to do pink, so just to say like why I didn't do pink is because this yarn was so soft and I didn't think I would have enough of the other color. If I ran out of this, I could go back to Hobby Lobby and go buy more. Hopefully I don't have to, but yes. And then to talk about what I made on my vacation, I did crochet some plushies, and I crocheted a like a little satchel while I was on vacation. The satchel is not done and it's in my luggage, so I'm not going to share that yet, but it will be later in this video. So this, if you can't tell what this is a jar of jam. It's like a little strawberry jam container, and I'm going to use felt. So I'm going to cut out felt on my Cricut. Like I have to rip my Cricut out and I have to try because I have like this all set up because I didn't do color changes on here because I felt like felt would just look so much cuter. So I'm going to Cricut out some white felt for the jam label, and then I'm going to cut out a little, he's taking a bath. It's just the cutest thing, like watching them is so cute. And I'm going to cut out the little felt strawberry so that they look like a little more clean than my embroidery would be. I know embroidery details are really sweet, but for the market, I'm going to try and make it quick, and I'm going to like hot glue the label and the strawberry on there. I feel like that will be a good use of my time. And I was able to whip out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little jam containers while I was on vacation. Hi, Maui. He's like, why are you over here and you're not petting me? Why are you not petting me, Mom? 5 strawberry jams, and then I made 1 grape jam. And I really like that I used the mustard color on the top here because I feel like it looks like a little like gold tin top, which I really like. So yeah, this will have a grape on it. A fun fact, my Sailor Moon pattern gets released not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, so 2 days from now. And I told myself I would make one. Hi, Canela. Before the release date, so I probably should get like working on that tonight, maybe making another Sailor Moon. Maybe I'll make her in different yarn because I have a ton of Premier yarns. And when I sold all my yarn this week, like I've sold so much yarn on my like story. I had a story sale, had a bunch of Posh and Baby Bear yarn, which I know is going to be available at Michael's now, I guess, but I don't think they have all the colors yet. So yeah, I posted a bunch of yarn for sale, and so many of you lovely people are helping me get it into your homes. So I did a lot of shipping this week, and I didn't really share it because I didn't pull my camera out. I looked a little bit gross, and honestly, I was really just trying to like get the task done, and I knew I wouldn't be able to get it done if I was filming it, so I just packaged everyone up nice and neat, shipped everything out, and I wanted to just do a shout out. I don't know if you watch my videos, Haley, but you like grabbed 20 skeins of yarn, and I want to just say thank you so much, because she just said like, I'll just take everything else. Whatever else hasn't sold yet, I'll just take it. Like, she was not picky. She was just like, I'll just take the lot. And that really, he's kissing my back. And I want to just say that was really helpful and nice, and I'm really happy to have shipped you that yarn. It is currently sitting in my car though, because I needed to get like a big box. So I was shifting my yarn around. Then I do have unpacked a Premier box that I purchased a long time ago. I think I was planning on doing like an unboxing of my Premier yarn that I got when like their yarn was on sale a couple months ago. But because I've been like inundated with yarn and like I hadn't really been crocheting much or like plushies, I just had so much yarn, and that yarn was sitting in the box and I didn't even want to open it or think about it. It was kind of overwhelming me. So I finally unpacked the yarn to give Haley the box, and it feels so liberating. And when I was going through it, I realized I had so many colors that I think I could make the perfect Sailor Moon with. So I'm going to be able to show you guys a comparison of Sailor Moon in Sweet Snuggles Light or Chenille Home Slim, and then a Sailor Moon in, oh, what are you doing, Maui? And then I'll show you one of her in Premier Basic Chenille. I've just kind of been having like a slow week. I feel like I had finally gotten like my Crochet back. was finally like feeling motivated, and then the vacation was kind of stressful. My AC broke. I know I shared that a little bit in my last video, but my AC was broken for like a week, and that was really hot and a little bit uncomfortable. I was staying with my like sisters in their room, and they're just the best like company. I really love my family. So like we watched Snow White, we hung out, and after vacation, I've just been in a funk. So I've been having a hard time like wanting to reach for my camera or pick up my crochet needle hook, other than making that bag. But yeah, this is all my Premier yarn right here. And by the way, the reason that I like lift my couch up like this when I'm gone all day at work is because my bunnies will pee on it. To be honest, like, it's gross. So I just take it away from that even being an issue by lifting the mattress up, and it's not been an issue ever since. But like, for some reason, I don't know if you have a bunny or if you've been around bunnies, but like they do like to mark your smell. So like it is really common, super common for bunnies to like pee in your bed or to pee on your couch because they really like your smell and they want to like claim you as theirs. So that was happening. This was like a long time ago, and I've just always put my couch up ever since then. It is functional. It is a couch. It just looks bad, and I'm not going to set my couch up just to like have the video look cool. I am sorry. This is the vlog behind the scenes content, and I just wanted to like explain that because you probably have seen it in videos, maybe you didn't notice, but that's why. Fun bunny fact of the day. You ever like buy yarn from me, like by the way, or if you like get yarn from me, my Sweet Snuggles Light is all displayed and I use it and I'm not selling it, and that's like, if anything is exposed to like dust, it is my Sweet Snuggles Light, but I do use it, and it's just the front layer that would be exposed to dust, but I do grab those frequently, and if it is a color that I do not use frequently, it's just never been an issue, honestly, because I do use like every color of that yarn. But any other yarn that I have, like any of the Posh, any other acrylic that I have, any of my Premier Parfait Chunky, my Premier Basic Chenille, it is all in these like big moving bags like this. I use them for markets also, so I put like my plushies for markets in these bags. They're waterproof and they seal right up with a zipper, and it keeps everything out of them. Like no issues. When my house flooded, luckily all of my plushies were like on a top shelf, so I didn't have to like worry about them submerging under the dirty water. And like, I don't think this would be completely waterproof in that way. If my like bags did go underwater, the water would definitely go inside the bags because they are not like watertight seal. They do zip up. So any dust, debris, any pet fur, anything like that, all of my yarn gets kept this way. So if I don't use it for a long time, like that is okay. It is basically safe. It's just as good as like putting it into a storage bin, like a bin that you clasp, but those bins are not like very for my like space that I have, not very efficient. If I did have the space, I mean, it'd be cool to have all those tubs, but I just don't have a place where that would look very good. Currently, I do have this tub and that tub, but these are full of like eye painting supplies. That one is full of paint and like chrome and flakes and glitter and resin, and then this one is full of like shipping supplies and my freebies and all that good stuff. I am at my desk. It is June 18th, and yesterday I closed my first ever giveaway, a YouTube exclusive giveaway. I hand paint and make sell safety eyes on my website. So like just like an example, these are a pair of safety eyes from an old drop that I had from the Upper Moons collection. So this is like one of the sets that I would sell and make, and I wanted to, this is from one of my most recent collections, which is based on Naruto. And I'm giving away 3 sets of eyes to 3 subscribers here on YouTube. I have a list of 115 people who entered my giveaway via Google Forms that I set up pretty easily for free on like Google Forms, and I put that in the description of my last 2 videos. You were able to apply and get free sets of eyes. The first winner is going to get 5 pairs from me, and the second 2 people will get 2 pairs of eyes. I have yet to decide exactly which eyes I'm going to be giving out, but I do have a couple that I already have painted, some sets from my Sailor Moon collection, and I have some sets from my Naruto collection, this one, which is like my favorite pupil right here. So I'm really excited, and I just want to hop on here because I have everyone put into the document on my computer. Let me just flip the screen so I can share with you what I see when I see it. Okay, here we go. I made it the colors of my business, so I chose these like pink and then tan colors. We have 115 entries up there. Super excited to see who wins 5 sets of eyes. All right, next is 2 sets of eyes. One more, just so you guys can see real time who is going to be getting the giveaway eyes. Thank you guys so much. I have had the opportunity to host a giveaway. Making that Google Doc was actually really simple for me, and I definitely can see like if this is a enjoyable thing for you guys. I really enjoyed the feedback that I got because I got a lot of responses on the forum. I'm able to like go through and see like what you guys want to see more of, what you enjoy, even if it's just the same old, same old. It's good to know that and gauge like what, you know, you guys are my friends here on YouTube. Because honestly, like out of every platform, I really do show up here, I feel like the most, even if it looks like the least. And I truly wouldn't have been here if it weren't for you following and subscribing and watching all these videos. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you didn't get picked, I am sorry. It is a random generator, so I have really no control over it. How fun was it yesterday to see the giveaway winners announced? I did email them. I got 2 out of 3 responses. So thank you so much if you applied. And I think we're definitely going to be doing a giveaway like this again soon so that you guys have more opportunities to get free eyes from me, because I definitely don't want to like hold back. Now that I realize that it really wasn't that difficult for me, it was just something I'd never done before, like a physical giveaway via a form. Like I just was honestly overthinking it. And so now that I figured out like it was so simple and everyone was really excited about it, I loved all the notes that everyone gave. So I'm definitely going to be hosting another giveaway for my eyes. I feel like that was just the perfect way to celebrate 7K. Hi, it is June 23rd. I just got off from work and I'm hanging out with my Maui boy. He's so cute. When I'm at work, he loves to hang out in my computer chair. Thought it would be fun to go over stuff that was packed away in my luggage earlier in like last week when I went to Wisconsin with my family for a family trip. Plane ride on the way there, I was crocheting this like pouch. It has an opening up here. I kind of like freehanded this, but I did look up this stitch. It's called like, I honestly looked up stitches that look like knitting, and I learned like this stitch. It's basically like a back loops only half double crochet every other round. So one round would be like I don't know if it's half double or double. I think it was double crochets. And then the next round I would do like back loops only. And then it gave it this like ribbed look, which I really enjoyed. And then I gave it all these ruffles and scalloped edges and I was going to attach hardware to it and give it like a nice long strap so that we could like slide the phone in there. I thought that would be perfect. So yeah, I made this, freehanded it just for fun, and I did not finish it technically because I need to make a strap. That is like my weakness now with like making bags, is like actually finishing them and giving them a strap. So maybe one of these days I will finish a bag. I have to actually, because I'm in a pattern test. All the pieces here, I'm almost done. This is her book bag. I'm gonna clip this to my shirt. So this is like the bottom panel. These are like, it's upside down basically. So it's like all draping. So if I spread it all out, I already connected this side, so it's gonna be kind of weird. And I'm starting to connect this side. I don't know, can you even tell what I'm doing? Probably not. So yeah, it's upside down. So this is the bottom of the bag. This is the side, and it's gonna all be sewn together. Like so. So there's going to be like the actual opening. I have the last side that I need to sew on, and I have the strap. If you want to see my strap, I actually made one. I just have to sew it together. Originally, I was going to do like a pink color. We talked about it. So there's a lot of cool things to do here. But I also think if I put the word like treasure or even like books is pretty general, which I did not say I'd be putting books on it. I said I'd be putting something like more originals. I do need to Cricut it out and take my Cricut out. And that's going to be a whole process that I would love to take you along on, because I haven't taken my Cricut out of like my storage under my bed in so long. Also, I haven't shared with you my storage under my bed, which I think because I've talked about it enough in this video, that's something I'm gonna have to share with you. We can do that very shortly, but I don't think I'm gonna have the energy to do it today because I just wanted to kind of do a lowdown of like the vacation stuff. So yeah, this whole week that I've been back from vacation, I've just been slowly working on this bag. So I recently bought this pattern by Tiny Friends Crochet. I applied to pattern test it and I actually didn't get chosen, which is fine. I was able to buy the pattern. She had it on sale this last week, but it basically is like a bunch of veggies. Like look at all those fruits and veggies. So I thought that was going to be super cool for market makes. My favorite ones out of the pack honestly look like the cherries, the eggplant. I really like the banana and the little set of peas, the kiwi, the strawberry. Those are kind of my favorite. I also like how she did the asparagus. Hi, Maui. So I bought this pattern pack with full market in mind. I did buy this like 3-tiered riser for the convention that I never ended up putting together or using. So I do plan on like using that, putting some little sushis in there from the All From Jade pattern, which is so cool. I like her little sushi and the fortune cookie. I think they're so cute. So I'm going to maybe make some of those and put that in the 3-tiered stand. I think that'd be super cute. I could have like a little menu because she has that like template in her pattern, or I could just make my own on Canva, but I think that's going to be so unique and pretty. Also having a little fruit stand with like little fruit signs would be super cute. So yeah, I bought this pattern. It was not cheap, but it wasn't like the worst price ever. I mean, if you're going to buy a crochet pattern, typically it ranges from like $2 to $10. That's like the average. But when you're getting this many patterns in one, for it to be $25, I mean, I wasn't not expecting that. I feel like the Haru crochet pattern, which is like a bunch of animals, was like $25 or $30. I mean, it was pretty expensive and it felt like when I first had to pay it, but since I do make some of those animals, and when I did go to markets, I was making like a bunch of those animals, it ended up being worth it for me. So if you do markets and like you do like want uniform looking patterns, I feel like the Haru crochet patterns were worth it. As far as like these go, I'm just going to be completely honest because I started making like the strawberry. Nowhere in the pattern does it say no sew or low sew or market friendly. It doesn't say any of that anywhere. Fruit and veggie PDF crochet pattern. So like, to be very fair, it is not a low sew or no sew creation, but I did just want to like make it known to anyone who's like thinking of buying this pattern. The Haru crochet patterns are animals and they're like all one piece. It's all one go. You do have to do color changes and there's like different techniques that you do, but it is like a really easy like market makes. And there are only, I think, 12 to 15 rounds, like all of them. But this pack, I'm just going to be honest, like it is not low sew. And I've made like, for instance, I made the strawberry, right? And the strawberry is like, so you have to sew it, you have to sew the top on. I did do the top a little differently. In hers, she had like more spikes and I just wanted this amount of spikes because I'm familiar with like how I want my strawberries to look. But you do have to make these two separately and sew it on. I'm not opposed. It is super cute. Like the shape is cute, But I just feel like in my journey with crochet, I have made strawberries one piece, and like you can achieve the same exact look by making it in one piece. Like the way that it was written could have been one piece, but it was separated. So the only reason I'm making that point with the strawberry is because at first I didn't mind, like I didn't care, right? But then I saw that like the eggplant and a couple, like quite a bit of the other fruits and vegetables are one piece, but then some of them, like you have to sew every little bit on. I get the like little leaves and the like random stems have to be sewn on, but it's just a little strange. Like, why were you able to make the eggplant like no sew, like with the leaves, but not the strawberry with the leaves? It just was a little strange to me. Every designer has a different way of making a pattern, so maybe this is just because like now that I'm comfortable making patterns and like I've made different strawberry patterns, I've just enjoyed better. Honestly, I'm pretty sure there's a free one on Instagram, or even the one that comes with the Garden Hoe Crochet, the snail like council. If you just make the snail council snail like fruits, you can like make all those fruits and sell them. And I'm sure her vegetable pack, which I do not have with the potato and all that, you could buy her vegetable like snail council. And I feel like I just enjoy the way that those were written more, and this is like a personal preference. I'm also not like 100% sold on all these no-sew patterns because honestly, a lot of the time I feel like they're missing detail, they don't look great. But in this situation, it's a really simple like shape. To be fair, I probably shouldn't have bought the pattern pack, but there are like a lot of cool like fruits and veggies in here that I just wanted to try. So I am going to give all of them a try, and I'll give you like maybe a better review later, like more in depth. But from my first couple fruits, I made the strawberry and I made the eggplant, which I think looks super cute. I really like this color. I think it's the boysenberry color in Loops and Threads Chanel Home Slim. Look how pretty that is, like so pretty. So yeah, I liked this eggplant a lot. I think that was really simple. And I don't even mind that I have to sew the strawberry together, but I just feel like if there's an attempt to make it no-sew with the eggplant, maybe there should have been an attempt for the strawberry. And then a lot of the other ones I noticed too were like they had a bunch of sewing in them. So that was just my only comment. To be fair, I have not made the other ones yet. I've just like reviewed them and I was like, okay. So have just maybe made other fruits already. So I'm like maybe a little bit like brain biased on how I enjoy making them. But yes, so I wanted to show you the free-handed bag. Wanted to show you my little fruit projects. I'm obviously going to be making more. My market is in like less than 2 weeks. I'm trying not to panic about it, really trying not to panic, but I definitely like have had a couple of like really slow days. I just wasn't really feeling 100%. I was tired to travel. I was expecting to maybe crochet more in between on the days off, that I had like with my family, but it was really just jam-packed, like travel on 2 days and then 2 days of just full-on family events. So I don't know what I was like thinking or planning. I was just hoping I could get more like prep done because it was like a weekend, but seriously, it was so full of like activities that did not really happen. So I'm trying not to stress out about the fact that I have a market in 2 weeks, but low-key I am. This has been a really nice de-stressing project because I freaking love it. I also don't think I'm going to sell it because I think I'm going to finish this. Obviously I'm in the pattern test and it's due like this next weekend, so I'll be able to stitch it all together. I might do that tonight. Also, wanted to share with you when we went to Wisconsin, there happened to be like a little farmer's market while we were there, and it was really like a lot of fine art pieces, a lot of like physical medium artists like with paintings, and they had a lot of jewelry artists, and a part of the like physical media artists, there is this one woman. Her Instagram handle is Autumnal Wood. I'm going to share her with you because I think her artwork is gorgeous. And if you haven't seen her work or if you don't know who she is, I mean, she's got a ton of followers, 856,000. That's what like her little profile looks like. And her artwork is so freaking cute. This is like sunflowers. Got this really cool wizard on a dragon. This wizard shows up a lot in her artwork. It's very 90s. It's very cozy. It's super cozy, whimsical, and just like vintage, and I really enjoyed her vibrant colors. So I bought this. It's the wizard crocheting. I didn't even see this one at first. I was going to get a different one of the wizard because I thought the wizard was really cute. He also reminds me of my papa. My papa's got the like beard. He's kind of like a hippie. He doesn't wear tie-dye, but he wears like Hawaiian shirts, and he's just a very hippie vibe all the time. And papa's pretty much down to do anything that I suggest, or if I like go and hang out with him, he's just such a chill amazing papa. So when I saw this and he's crocheting, I'm like, I need this. Also, look at his pointy socks and the fact that he's got that moon pillow, the lights, like these details are so cute. So I bought this piece of art. It was super cute, super worth it. And I also bought, oh, Maui wants to see it. Look, isn't it pretty? You like it? She's smelling it. Hi, Bubbush, my Bubbush. And the second piece that I bought, which I think is so cute, is this sun playing a song for the moon. Also comes up a lot in her artwork where like the sun and the moon are a couple and they do a bunch of things together. And I think it's just so pretty. Like, look at the nature, the vibes, 100% love. I'm down. I love this. So I got these two prints from her and I want to like go to a thrift store in the next like couple months at some point and find like the perfect cool frames for them. I'll either put them above my TV or I'm thinking of maybe finding a space in the blank space that I have next to like all my printer stuff that I could put like a really pretty like little art section, because the like little dangly lights could dangle right there and they could be like a little like artwork nook. And this is like the beginning of a little collection, but I always see like those really beautiful like art walls, and if I could find frames that'd be awesome. If not right now, I'm just displaying them in my kitchen. I am still releasing the Sailor Moon pattern that you guys see. She's right there. I'm still planning on releasing it. It is just a little bit delayed because a couple of my testers needed more time. I also needed more time, I feel like, to perfect the pattern, but also I'm making another one. This is in Premier Basics Chenille, and this is that new color, that new tan. Technically this tan existed in Parfait Chunky, but it didn't exist in Basics Chenille, and this is the shell color. But yeah, I love this for skin tone. It's really nice. It makes them look alive. And I am making her in the traditional Sailor Moon colors. I'm also going to be giving her a crocheted belt wrap and a crocheted like lapel. She's also going to be getting a real bow. So there are just a couple of like little tweaks I'm going to be making, like an additions to the pattern, which is why it is a little bit delayed. It was supposed to come out on the 21st and it is now the 23rd, and I think it'll just take me a couple more days to have her finished with photos and to have everything done with from my testers. So I just wanted to throw that in here. If you were wondering or curious about what's going on with my Sailor Moon pattern, it is still coming. She will be released. By the way, she is going to only be released on my website. So if you were wondering, she's not going to be released on Etsy. It's going to be a website only pattern. And I do eventually plan on making the other Guardians. I do not know how long that'll take me because I am like a slow poke. And after this market, it should be a lot easier for me to handle more. But I just do have a lot on my plate with the market. And like, honestly, that's been stressing me out. So maybe, obviously, after these markets, I'm taking another break, so that'll be good. But then I can get back to my anime patterns and like my passion projects, maybe finishing some of those bags I have in the closet over there. I also plan on making a mini version, so I just wanted to throw that in there. Thanks, guys. But look at Maui taking a bath right now. He's so cute. One of my favorite hobbies other than crocheting is just watching my bunnies do absolutely anything, watching them cuddle, watching them take a bath, watching them get excited and play. The only thing, I mean, even watching them eat is cute. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and hopefully next week I have more prepped, because that means we're going to be T-minus 2 weeks, and then we're going to be T-minus 1 week, and that's like all I have to market prep. As far as displays and all that stuff go, I really am like doing well. I think all I have to do is maybe prep some really cool signs for like the fruit and for some of the food stuff that I'm doing, maybe some cool animal signs. But as far as like signage and other table like display items, I think I'm pretty good on like my riser situation. Everything that I do use for my markets will be linked down below. Typically in all of my videos that I show my market supplies, I will have them linked down below. And I do have my market. You will get to see everything that I have for my table, like my banner, my runners, my tablecloths, the tables I use, and you know, my new, like the risers that I got for the convention that hold like my little character plushies, my bite-sized plushies, are the perfect risers. To be fair, they are kind of hard to like put together. They're plastic, but they look really clean. They're amazing. They do not wear down, which is nice, because all of the wooden ones, like to be completely honest, I have purchased those wooden ones you screw together, and they always, like the screws always either pop off or the legs pop off or it separates from each other. And even though we drill more holes into it, it's just really not a good permanent solution. So I have definitely found that those plastic ones that click together are much better and more reliable than the wood ones, even though the wood ones look really cute and I like the aesthetic better. than the plastic ones. But realistically, like if we're talking longevity and doing more markets, obviously now that I have to reinvest in those kind of displays, I definitely would choose the plastic ones over my phone. I would definitely choose the plastic ones over the wood ones. It's like right now, they're just like in a whip basket so that I can stuff them all, add eyeballs, and embroider them, which I'm going to be doing this next weekend. So it's going to take me a couple hours to probably like prep all the plushies. So if you want to see me prep all those, stay tuned and you can see all the plushies I've made the entire month of market prep. We still have one more week to go. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye!